You can now buy drugs, pharmaceutical drugs, for really cheap from Trump RX, guys. So the White House announced Trump RX, which is a drug buying website, and a deal with Pfizer to reduce the cost of pharmaceutical drugs. Basically, the White House is planning to unveil a direct-to-consumer website for Americans to buy drugs, and it's going to be called Trump RX. Shout out Trump for putting his name on there, but while also announcing that Pfizer plans to lower prices on several of its medications in the US, according to people familiar with the matter. I don't know if you guys know this, but we spend the most money on medication around the world by a mile. So Trump RX would allow people to pay cash for certain drugs directly from a government website at a discounted price negotiated by the government. Now, it's unclear exactly the kind of drugs that are going to be offered and what's going to be put on there, but hey, interesting step forward for the government to take. Also, on the other hand, Pfizer is expected to be the first to announce a plan to lower drug costs after President Trump pushed companies for months to lower prices in the US. So like I told you earlier, we're like the only country in the world that spends like 10, 20x the amount on medication. And by the way, even if the medication is produced by the same company, like let's say if Pfizer is producing medication in the US here, they're selling it for way more than if they're selling it in a different country. And their whole argument is just because the dollar is valued a lot higher than other currencies. So after months of negotiating, Trump was able to finally get them to say yes, and they're going to be announcing cost-cutting measures when it comes to the medication. Now let's see how much they bring it down to, or at least just get it to a point where it's affordable, or just like how it is across the world, right? Like, why are we paying so much more? Now, to top all of that off, Trump also last week declared that branded drugs would face 100% tariffs if their manufacturers aren't building facilities in the US. Given where we're headed as a society and how advanced we are today with technology, I really think overall medication should be affordable for everybody in the US, especially for those that need it and can't afford it.